Did you have to get your ex-husband's permission to write this book?
I really never asked. It's about my life, and it's about how did I raise my fabulous 3 kids. And it came about that people were stopping me on the streets, on the airports, you know, coming to my table in a restaurant, and they say, Ivana, you raised 3 fabulous kids. And yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. I've met all 3 of your kids here on the show, all with their businesses and their intellect and everything. It's really something else.
You know, my first rule was to give them the discipline and structure. You know, they knew they'd wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock they would go to school, you know, they would go after the school, they would go and see their father, and he was on the phone, and they were playing in the Lego in the office and listening to his conversations. And then I kept them busy with after-school activities. And I put Ivanka piano classes, to ballet classes, singing classes. Kids were skiing, they were playing golf, karate classes. You keep your kids busy. They have no time to get in trouble. Recommend to the parents, don't give the kids too much money. You know, I have my friends, they give the kids the unlimited Black American Express card. What the kids do, they have no incentives to get up before 2 o'clock afternoon. Then they go shopping because they are bored, and they have money to buy liquor and drugs and cigarettes. So you don't give them too much money. You give them enough money to go and be able to take a friend for a slice of pizza or buy the hamburger, but that is it.
Is it true that he offered you $250,000 per child that you would sire him with?
No way, no.
Okay, that's not true.
No.
350? Do I have the number wrong, or he didn't pay you per child? It was just...
After the divorce, he pays child support, yes.
Yeah, child support. You and Donald were married only after knowing each other for 8 months, is that?
Yes, very funny story. I was living in Montreal, and I was modeling, and I had to go with my group of girls to do the fashion show in New York. And I didn't really want to go because it was in middle of the August, middle of the Olympic Games in Montreal, and I'm Olympian, so I was a hostess for Olympic Games, which summer games, and I was in the Winter Games. And so I didn't want to go, but I had to go because my show was choreographed on music. So if I would not go, I would blow it for everybody else. It was first time for me in New York. And the girl said, Ivana, we have to go for dinner. And I said, I really don't feel like it. I said, no, we have to go to the fantastic place called Maxwell's Plum. And it was like a very famous restaurant in New York City. We came there, it was packed. So the manager said, oh, girls, why you don't stand on the bar, have a drink, and I'm going to try to get you the table as soon as possible. So we're going to be here all night long, because which manager doesn't want to have 8 gorgeous girls on the bar to bring attention to all the men which are cruising around? I said, I have never seen the man which paid for something and never wanted anything in the return.
Right.
So now we walk out, because it was paid for, we walk out, and there is a stretch limousine in front of the Maxwell's Plum. And Donald is behind the wheel of the stretch limo. It was a weekend. His driver was not working. He ran to his garage, picked up the car, and picked us up and drove us to the hotel. You know,
I saw him one time in the car. I was in a vehicle that was up higher, and he had an Acura. It was like a really fast Acura, like the first year they came out. This is back in the early 90s. And he was with Marla in the car, and he was married to you. And we had no idea. You know, John Q. Public had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. Marla Maples, according to the book, you still don't get along with her, even though it's been over 20 years.
I'm not going to discuss Marla Maples or the showgirls. Not a chance.